Hello everyone, today I'm coming with you for like a movie video. I've been doing a little bit more of these lately and I love it because I love books, but I also love TV and movies a lot. Like I love movies. Any kind of movies despite the scary ones because me and scary don't mesh well. Anyway, today's video is going to be my top 10 all-time favorite chick flicks. And yeah, there are connoisseurs of people in life. Like there's people that are connoisseurs of different types of food and all this other stuff. I'm a connoisseur of chick flicks. I will watch any of them. I love chick flicks. I don't know, it's just something for me. If I'm having an off day and I'm just in a bad mood, I have all of our movies are on like, we have DVDs in our house, but we store them away because my husband is very technically savvy and he uploads all of them to a central hard drive, and I have my own folder of all the chick flicks I watch. So I'll just pop one of those on and I'll feel better. I mean, I don't know. I just like chick flicks, okay? That's just me. Anyway, let's talk about my top 10. This was very, very hard to list, and I'm kind of cheating in some of these, but these are my personal favorites. And yeah, I will say the top 10s really don't matter except for the last three, I'd say. Those are my real top 3 favorites that will never change probably, but the rest are kind of just, I just threw them in there whatever way because chick flicks are chick flicks. And enough. What kind of intro is this long? Anyway, let's go. Number 10, Bridesmaids. I'm sure this is on everybody's list because Bridesmaids is just such a, not a classic, it's pretty new, but it's just so good. Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, Melissa McCarthy, which I love. I'm so glad she is just doing so well now because I've loved her since the Gilmore Girls day, and I will always forever see her as Suki. That's just me, but it's such a hilarious movie. So I love Bridesmaids. Coming in number 9 is Legally Blonde with my girl Reese Witherspoon. I have this weird obsession or thing with Reese Witherspoon. I think she's just beautiful and gorgeous, and I just love this. Legally Blonde is one of those movies that the girl's kind of ditzy, but she learns along the way that, you know, her image doesn't define her, that she can be smart too. So Legally Blonde's like one of those classics to me. Coming in number 8 is Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock. Oh my gosh, I love Sandra Bullock. I think she's a phenomenal actress. She can do well in chick flicks and drama and like serious ones. I think that's amazing. But Miss Congeniality is just it's a fun movie to watch. You know, it's all about this FBI girl that has to go. That is kind of, you know, not a fan of being a girly girl, which is totally okay, but she has to get entered into the Miss USA pageant to go undercover, and she meets some friends along the way, and it's hilarious.
Describe your perfect date.
It's a tough one. I'd have to say April 25th, because it's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
Coming in number 7 is definitely one of my all-time favorites, and that is The Devil Wears Prada with Anne Hathaway and the amazing Meryl Streep. I watched The Devil Wears Prada quite a lot because, I don't know, I'm a big fan of the inner workings of magazines and stuff like that, or any kind of inner workings magazines, websites, books, I don't know, anything inner working, and I just really thought this was very well-written movie, honestly, and it's just hilarious. I love it so. Here we go to the cheating phase a little bit. Number 6, I've comprised, if one of my favorite actresses have been in multiple chick flicks, I'm just putting them all in one number. So, number 6 belongs to Drew Barrymore. So we got Fever Pitch, Never Been Kissed, and Wedding Singer. I love all 3 of these. Fever Pitch, obviously, because Jimmy Fallon, if you guys know me, you know I love Jimmy Fallon. Like, it's a deep love for Jimmy Fallon because he's hilarious and genuine and just and then Never Been Kissed is just a classic, you know. I feel like that's just a warm-hearted good movie, honestly. And then The Wedding Singer, Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler too. My husband should make his top 10 favorite movies because I bet there would be 3 at least with Adam Sandler on it, and there'd be a lot of Will Ferrell, a lot of Steve Carell, a lot of Michael J. Fox, a lot of Tom Hanks. Let me know if you want that. We'll make Matthew get in here and do his top 10 movies. I bet there would be a lot of good ones on there. But yeah, those 3, Drew Barrymore is a great actress for chick flicks, honestly, for me. I didn't like her movie Blended with Adam Sandler. I thought that was kind of, but the 3 I mentioned are my 3 favorite by her. And then at number 5, another actress one is Molly Ringwald. Yep, Molly Ringwald is just a classic. When you think of 80s chick flicks, you're automatically going to think of Molly Ringwald and probably John Cusack, because I wouldn't say John Cusack was like a chick flick movie, but those two were really popular in the 80s. But for her, I put Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles. I would have put Breakfast Club, but I don't really feel like it's a chick flick movie as much as Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles are. Out of my favorite of those two, I will say, I don't know, they're so hard. They're both good, equally good in their own right, you know? Just watch them. If you haven't watched either of them, you need to, because they're classics. And getting down to the top 4, these are really my all-time favorites, honestly. Number 4, Clueless. This should be on every 90s girl's list.
As if.
If you grew up in the 90s, as like myself, you probably love Clueless, because it was so good. Like, I watch Clueless all the time. And not only that, but I have a good memory when it comes, like, I associate music with movies. Every time I hear a song that was from Clueless, I think of the scene from Clueless that was in. Like, Rolling with the Homies, I think of the party from Clueless, you know? I love Clueless. Clueless, I mean, it's got young Paul Rudd in it. It's Clueless. Number 3 slot belongs to Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan, you are just... And all these kind of go with Nora Ephron. Nora Ephron is a genius when it comes to chick flicks. She honestly is. So for that, I have You've Got Mail, When Harry Met Sally, and Sleepless in Seattle. Oh, I love that. Out of all those, I will say You've Got Mail is my favorite, just because as much as I love Sleepless in Seattle, which is probably, it's a huge classic, and if you've watched it, Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks don't meet and don't have any interaction to the very end of the movie. So it's an amazing movie, but the best part about Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan is their interaction with each other, which you get a ton of in You've Got Mail. So I love You've Got Mail. When Harry Met Sally, Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal, it's so good. And in Sleepless in Seattle, it's so romantic, so romantic. Number 2 is Mean Girls. Mean Girls is just, I feel like it will be a classic in about 10 or 15 years. If not, I think it already is. Nah, it's hard to say when a classic becomes a classic. But Mean Girls is just, it's so funny.
Glen Coco? Fall for you, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco. And none for Gretchen Wieners. Bye.
Even my husband likes watching Mean Girls because it's not like too overly chick flick. It's just hilarious. It's all about popularity and these plastic girls and all this kind of stuff. It's just, it's got Lindsay Lohan back in the day before she went crazy, and it's got Rachel McAdams, who is an amazing actress. You've got, who else? Tina Fey created it. Mean Girls is just an amazing movie. It's on Netflix. Check it out. And my number 1, if you have been with me for a long time on this channel, you'll know what my number 1 is. It's also my number 1 favorite movie of all time in general, and that is 10 Things I Hate About You. I wish I could tell you why I love this movie as much as I do. I just do, you know, I've loved this. This has been my favorite movie since I was like 17, I think. It has a deep love for this movie. It's hilarious. I watch it all the time. It's just, it's got so many amazing cast members in it, like Julia Stiles, a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I love him. It's got that girl from, if you watched Nickelodeon back in the day, she was in The Secret World of Alex Mack. I don't remember her name. It's got Gabrielle Union in it. It's just got so many amazing people in it, and it's just a hilarious movie. There's a lot more I didn't list because they are kind of chick flick, but there's like different ones. Like, I love Julie and Julia and Morning Glory and all that, but I feel like those are kind of more indie movies almost because not a lot of people know about them. So if you guys want like a different type of movie genre, like a comedy one, which I will definitely have my husband sit on for that one, like an indie one or a dramatic one or something like that, let me know. I'm trying to really break them down into what categories they are, because there's a ton, like a lot of Nicholas Sparks, I don't really see them as chick flicks. I find them more as dramas because he writes some sad junk, okay? If you have favorite chick flick movies, please leave them down in the comments. I would love to hear your favorites because maybe there's some out there I haven't seen. I would be shocked if there are, but if you could introduce me to some awesome chick flicks, I would be eternally grateful. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.